In the complex landscape of American justice and tribal sovereignty, few cases have stirred as much controversy and soul-searching as that of Lezmond Mitchell. His story isn't just about crime and punishment. It's a profound intersection of tribal rights, cultural values, and the federal death penalty. Mitchell was a member of the Navajo Nation, and in 2020, he became the only Native American in modern history to be executed by the federal government. But this wasn't just another federal execution. It was a decision that sent shockwaves through Indian country and raised fundamental questions about tribal sovereignty and justice. The Navajo Nation has long opposed capital punishment. It's not just a legal stance. It's deeply rooted in their cultural beliefs about life, death, and the balance of the universe. When Mitchell's case emerged, tribal leaders weren't just making a political statement. They were fighting to protect their nation's cultural sovereignty and their right to handle justice according to their traditions. What makes this case even more poignant is that Mitchell's victims were also members of the Navajo Nation, a grandmother and her 9-year-old granddaughter. The family of the victims, in alignment with Navajo cultural values, opposed the death sentence. They believed that taking another life wouldn't bring justice or healing to their community. The federal government's decision to pursue the death penalty, despite the Navajo Nation's opposition, sparked intense debates about tribal sovereignty. You see, under the Federal Death Penalty Act, the government typically needs tribal consent to seek death sentences for crimes committed on tribal lands. However, prosecutors found a way around this by charging Mitchell with carjacking resulting in death, a federal crime that didn't require tribal consultation. This legal maneuver raised serious questions. What does tribal sovereignty really mean if it can be circumvented? How do we balance federal law with tribal rights and cultural traditions? The case became a rallying point for Native American rights advocates who saw it as yet another example of the federal government overriding tribal authority. Mitchell's execution also highlighted the complex relationship between tribal nations and the U.S. government. Here was a case where both the tribal government and the victim's family opposed the ultimate punishment, yet federal authorities proceeded anyway. It reminded many of the historical trauma and ongoing struggles for self-determination that Native American communities face. The ripple effects of Mitchell's case continue to influence discussions about justice reform, tribal rights, and the death penalty. It's become a powerful symbol of the ongoing tension between federal authority and tribal sovereignty, challenging us to think deeply about what justice really means in a nation built on stolen land. As we reflect on this case, we're forced to confront uncomfortable questions about power, culture, and the right to determine how justice is served in one's own community. Mitchell's story isn't just about one man's fate. It's about the continuing struggle for Native American communities to maintain their cultural identity and sovereignty in modern America.